Welcome to the Kay Willis Positive Vibes Podcast. Kay Willis Positive Vibes Talk Show on 98.5 FM, WSAX, your Gold Chip Foundation station, streaming on 1580thepraise.com. It is my pleasure to have Vernae Taylor. Vernae Taylor is a five-time award-winning international best-selling author, international speaker, coach, and multifaceted artist dedicated to helping others discover and embrace their authentic voice. As the creator of the Life is Poetry movement, she empowers individuals to transform life experiences into creative expression through workshops, coaching, and live events. Her Life Love Lost Poetry collection has sparked powerful conversations around mental health, grief, and resilience, with her latest installment, Life After Loss Chronicles, recently launching to great impact. Supported by the Greater Columbus Arts Council, Vernae's work has reached over 8,000 people through digital platforms, showcases, and community partnerships. Thank you, Vernae Taylor.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I appreciate you. You are a five-time award-winning international best-selling author. What does that accomplishment mean to you personally?
First of all, I just love your voice. I love
you.
how you introduced me. That was amazing. I need you to bring you on the road with me.
I got you.
But honestly, it means so much to me. It means quite a bit because I've always had a desire to become an author.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been about leaving legacy for myself and my family. And it also means that I'm still here, right?
Yeah.
I'm still learning. I'm still thriving. And most importantly, I'm continuing to do the work, right? I'm forever a student of the work. And the fact that I can say, I've been an entrepreneur for the past 5 years, and people have recognized that is very courageous, and it's such a blessing in itself. So I'm overjoyed, and to hear it played back to myself like you just did.
Yes. Because sometimes, we forget about the amazing things that we put out there. So it's always good to give people their flowers. I'm a true believer. Give somebody their flowers while they can smell them. Okay?
Yes.
Give
Absolutely.
them to them now. So you mentioned some things. You said leaving legacy, and you're still learning. Let's get into a little bit, because I don't want to, stop right there. Leaving a legacy, because I believe that a lot of people forget about that. Like one day, that's one thing guaranteed. Besides taxes is the other word we're going to die. That's guarantees in life. So when you leave, it's like some people just live day to day. Leaving a legacy where your kids can say, hey, you know who my great-great-great-grandma was? She was Vernae Taylor, international, best-selling author, speaker, coach. So let's go ahead and get into that. What does leaving a legacy mean to you?
Yes. Okay. You got to forgive me already. Because I'm going to get a little deep. I think that I've always been.
Yes. No, seriously.
I was just having this conversation with my brother and my sister-in-law about how we swim in the deep end, and there are other people that may be in the shallow end. But I've always been very deep, a deep thinker, very introspective.
Yes.
And for me, legacy came very early on when I think about my late grandmother, who sacrificed her entire life to give me a chance, right? Just give me the chance to dream. Never saw the fruit of her labors. She was 91 when she passed. God rest her soul. She just had a beautiful, beautiful life. But when I say that she didn't see it for herself, she laid the foundation for us. Another thing that really, I think, propelled me into my purpose of really wanting to leave a mark was for my father, because my father was only 57 when he passed. So when we think about me coming into my mid-40s, we think about, oh, my goodness, 57 barely scratches the surface. As I believe as a woman, we're just always getting better and we're always evolving. That I'm like, what is it that he may have wanted to do, right? What dreams did he have that were literally deferred, literally, null and void? Not even scratching the surface of his potential. And so for that reason, I always wanted to let people know I was here, my father was here, my grandmother was here, the Taylor family was here, and I need that to be known. And so that if there's nothing else I do in this world, I can say, oh, I did that. And like you said, someone in my family can say, oh, my great-great-great aunt or my
Yes.
great-great-grandmother, she was an author. And I don't know why people tend to be more infamous in their death than they are in their life. But whatever that will look like, later or even now, the impact that it's making, I think is just really important for me.
Yes, and once again, shout out to your late grandmother and your father.
Thank
Yes,
you.
and thank you to them for sowing the seeds and, doing great things that you are here and you are continuing the legacy. And
Yes, thank
yes, that
you.
is beautiful. So shout out to that. Yes, that's something that we always have to keep in mind. Like, they walk so we can run.
Yes,
So yes.
absolutely. Oh, I like that. I like how you said that. I might have to take that and use that later.
Yes, take it and use it because it's the truth. That's what happened. Like they walked, like you
Mhm.
said, your grandmother. She sacrificed some things. However, she didn't see the fruit of the labor. But like they said, your grandmother prayers are still ain't being answered. We
Yes.
come. Sometimes we still living off our grandmother's prayers, not even our
Yes.
prayers yet. So
Absolutely.
shout out to the praying grandmothers. Come on now,
Mhm.
got a
Mhm.
praying grandmother. Come on, shout out to
Yes. Yes. Amen.
Come on. So, speaking of with that, also tell us a little bit about your life is poetry movement. Like, how did that begin?
Yes. Oh my gosh. So funny story. It's funny how profound things come out of sometimes the simplest conversations, right?
Right.
Sometimes it's a simple dare, it's a simple challenge. And if anybody knows Brooklyn Tankard, she and her family, she's the daughter of famous Ben Tankard, who is known as the father of gospel jazz. She is one of my impact partners, and we've collaborated on several different projects. And I was presented with a challenge. They were definitely my accountability partners, primarily women, primarily coaches. And we were a group of women that came together to partner and collaborate on different things, but most importantly, hold space for keeping us in line, right, with our goals and with our dreams and our aspirations.
Mm-hmm.
And this challenge was presented that, what are you going to do? What are you going to how are you going to make your mark? And I was
Mm.
struggling at the time with my purpose because being a performing artist my entire life, I didn't know how I was going to get back into that, right? I had to pivot due to the pandemic. And then with the great loss of the matriarch of our family, Minnie Taylor, my grandmother that I was just speaking about, it forced me to move and
Mm.
decide, I'm giving up this family home. I'm going to go in another direction. And so now I had to reprioritize just my grieving process, if that makes sense,
Yes.
and reconnecting with family just to get through what I believe to be one of the hardest challenges that I was going to face, having to lose her at the time that I lost her. And so when that happened, I said, okay, what can I do to make an impact, but then also find my way back to my first love, which has
Mm.
always been music and always singing. And so I used Life is Poetry as a movement, as a coaching model to really target other artists and target those who maybe are new writers, maybe they're aspiring, maybe they're seasoned writers that are looking to find their voice or even reclaim it. Because
Mm.
I know I lost my voice with a lot of the traumas and painful experiences that I went through. And so I wanted people to come into the space and know, hey, everything you've gone through is not in vain.
That's
You
good.
can take your life experiences and you can create a beautiful expression. And that's what the Life is Poetry movement is about.
Come on now. Everything you've gone through is not in vain.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on. Like you said, your matriarch. Shout out once again to Minnie Taylor, Grandma Minnie
Yes.
Taylor. Shout out to her.
Yes.
So, she's still through this interview. Come on now, she's still
Yes.
living. So,
Every day I hear her and feel her and I just and I'm very much, my grandmother's grandchild. And some
Aw.
would say like her child. I mean, she raised me, and so she was more than just a grandmother, right? She was a mother. And then in the later part of her years, I moved back. And it was like now woman to woman, we're roommates, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
seeing her as a woman outside of just being the caretaker and the provider, right? And it's so beautiful to see the women in your life like that, right? To
Yes.
really understand them as a human being, as a woman living, breathing, walking in just, learning, right? They knew what they knew. They didn't know what they didn't know. And I think about all the resources that she was robbed of just because of the time that she grew up. But yet she made it work. And so I hear her voice all the time, and she's forever with me.
And 91.
Yeah.
Thank you, Father, for that.
Yes, yes. She was ready though, but she was holding on for us. And I think that's when you know you lived a long white life and you lived a solid life,
Uh-huh.
right? And you fulfill the assignment. I think a lot of times our elders, they're ready, right? They're
Right.
ready to go on home to glory, but they want to know that we're going to be okay. And
Yes.
I do believe that she really, really wanted to honestly feel that I was going to be okay and that I was ready and that I could handle it. And I kid you not, she took her last breath as I was holding her hand, and she
Oh,
went out peacefully
wow.
as she wanted to. And it was, and I had so much peace because
Yes.
my grandma knew exactly how much I loved her. And I was with her every other day. My aunt and I we were able to alternate between being with her and seeing her at the height of the pandemic when a lot of people couldn't even be with their loved ones or people were dying alone. I had the opportunity to be with her every other day and speak with her every morning before I went to work. And that I will forever cherish. So I had such great peace knowing the relationship that we had, and there was nothing that was undone and
Yes.
unfinished. Yeah.
Thank you, Father, for that opportunity to be able to, cherish that and know that she's at peace and well done.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
well done.
Yep.
Job well done. Come on.
Yeah.
Yes, and shout out to Brooklyn Tanker for helping you and, getting that out so you could, and partnering with, and collaborating with the other people as well. It's partnership.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Yeah.
is
Absolutely.
beautiful. And I think your grandmother instilled that in you as well. Like,
Oh yeah.
yes, like you said, the sisterhood and
Mhm.
different chapters after she was the grandmother, and then it's like, oh, now it's woman to woman. So,
Mhm.
yes, to just have that. But yes, all right. So let me ask you this. Why is it important for people to find and use their authentic voice? Because I think we kind of went over that a little, but
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, absolutely. Well, I think it's an important. It's important. Authenticity is so important, and I know for me, I'm so pure of heart. I've always been a feeler in this world. I've always been an empath, and it was something that I used to shy away from.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're too emotional. You're too this. You're too that. But I think as I've gotten older and I've gone wiser, I've grown to embrace the beauty of just understanding the soul and the heart of a person. I think I came from an era, I grew up in an era where this is before Wi-Fi, before social media, before this high-tech age, this instant age that we're living in. And so I have the best of both worlds.
Yes.
I can understand the beauty and the significance, and I still do to this day, of a greeting card, of writing a letter, of, picking up the phone and sharing your voice with a person as opposed to just texting, right?
Right.
Sending voice memos, just the beauty of being in front of someone, right, and sharing in that experience in a social gathering. All of the things that I think we have gotten away from, I believe that a lot of times the technology has become a barrier, whether it be in just normal conversation and our ability to connect. And so for me, I know it always resonates with me that people that I might support, whether they're celebrities or whether it be a store, an organization that I might patronize. I want to know, what do they stand for? Who
Yes.
are they, right? I want to know. It's not even so much, let's say we use LeBron James, it's not even so much as how he's playing on the court. I want to know, what type of father is he? What type of husband is he? What does he believe in, and what type of movement impacts is he making outside of just his job and his industry? And so, because that's something that resonates with me when I'm looking to support someone and kind of join forces with someone, I always pride myself on being my authentic self, because there's nobody else like me.
Absolutely.
And I want people to know there's nobody else like you. So you go on and just do you, because you're special and you're unique in your own right. And I think the more we embrace that, the better it will be.
Absolutely, I agree. Yes, and definitely special and unique and your own. And I love that you said, you had a pure heart and you grown to embrace beauty. And just the fact, speaking of cards, I have your card here. You're going to get a card from me mailed out to you.
Oh, I love cards. Yay. I save every card I've ever received, I promise you. And whenever I feel down and out, I open up that box and I can read all the beautiful things that people have said, or, it just goes a long way. A thank you goes a long way. Just being thoughtful. The time it takes into writing something, mailing a card, sealing it, it's beautiful, and I think it's something that we need to get back to the basics.
Absolutely, the art of that, or even talking on the phone. Like my friends, they know as well. I'm like, I need to hear somebody's voice. All this texting, I can't do this all day. But even that art, it's kind of unfortunate of, like I said, being from both of the worlds, because it's kind of like, well, back in the day, you talk, I hang up, you hang up, on 3 we hang up,
yes.
hang up.
I love it. I love it. I mean, when I tell you, I need that type of love. I need that type of 90s vibe.
Yes, that 90s. It was beautiful. And then now it's like everything is online. Like, and it's good. Yeah. It's good because you get stuff fast. But then also, when you wanted to build a relationship with someone, we need to talk. Yeah, and that's why we have a talk show. Yeah, that's why we have this.
Yes, I love it. Yes, I love this. So, and I love your energy, because just even meeting you in person and being able to have that introduction, you just know, your people, when you come into a person's space, how they make you feel, right? That's always important. Absolutely. I think for me, I've always wanted people to not only see my presence, in terms of, me being an artist, right, and me being on stage, lights, camera, action, but I always wanted people to leave my presence and be like, oh, that was a dope girl. Yes. She had a dope soul. And that's important to me, because I've for one, have been around a lot of celebrities, and there's only a few, maybe not even, less than a handful, that I was like, oh, gosh, they're not what I expected. And I never wanted anyone to feel that way about me. So, but yeah, I pride myself on being a dope soul and making sure that people feel good when they're around me.
Absolutely. Because like you said, I mean, people, they could feel it, And you want to have that, you just want to be, that's a good way. A lot of times is people don't understand that we are the walking word. We are the walking Bible. Some people will never pick up that Bible. You could tell them, like, God is real and everything. They will never pick it up. But when you walk out every day, and we all have some days, but
yes.
Come on now. But we're going to do and be our best as possible. That's all we
our
can
witness.
do. Let God use us. And it's going to show and it's going to shine. And guess what? That smile, your personality, that part. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the book, the movement that you're doing with the Life is Poetry movement, that might be something that person needed to see at that time, because it's all about the right place, right time. That's all. We just one step away. So that could have been one step. Yes, to help someone, for them to get what they needed. And that's what this is for. So people can get what they need and get encouraged and know, hey, you could be an international best-selling author too. Yes. Come on out.
Absolutely.
Because he's not a respecter of person. So come on now. So if he did for you, he can do it for all the listeners out there. So if you out there listening and you have a dream, come on out.
You preaching, Kay. You over there preaching.
Just let God use you.
Yes.
Because that's what,
Everything she said. Everything you
yes,
said.
yes. Just let them use you. All right.
Mhm.
Now, your
Yep.
poetry collection focuses on life, love, and loss. I
Mhm.
think that we probably got to touch base on it with the loss. But what inspired this series?
Oh my goodness. Well, as I mentioned, I always want to be an author. Okay, so I've
Okay.
been writing my entire life. I've always been an author. I've always wanted to be an author, and I always
Mm-hmm.
said to myself, when I become somebody, I'm going to write my own autobiography, right?
Right.
And so I've done that. A lot of what I've done in the first book that I did in 2019, Breakthrough, that was definitely autobiographical, right? So that was
Okay.
something like a precursor into my world of entrepreneurship, and it was a blessing to have that opportunity. With the Life, Love, Lost Poetry Collection, at the time it wasn't named that, but I want to say it was around 2016 that I just knew I wanted to put something together, right? I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
how it was going to come together. I didn't know who was going to see it. Honey, I did what you call a poor man's copyright,
Yes.
and I typed it all out and, mapped it all out and had this whole concept. I put it in a big envelope and I mailed it to myself, and
Mm-hmm.
then it came back and I kept it sealed and, did all the things they say we should do, right?
Right.
And I kept talking about it. I think that was really important, right? I wrote down that goal and I kept speaking life into it.
Yes.
And with the blessing of being here in Columbus, where this is the last place on earth I thought I would be, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even be for the past 5 years, that then with Greater Columbus Arts Council kind of stepping in, and the beautiful people around me, like a Brooklyn Tankard,
Yes.
my coach, Christina Alva, and my book writing group, and so many other coaches, countless coaches that have been a part of my journey. Taria Vision Avons, Erica Latrice, shouting some people out. All
Yes.
those people helped me to bring that vision, which was in 2016, to fully materialize in 2023, 2024.
Wow.
And that's where we are now. And Life Chronicles is the first book. Real Love Chronicles is the second. And then, like, as you mentioned, Life After Loss. And so it's a full body of work based off of from which I came and where I am now and how I am forever evolving and growing because it is a journey. And that's what the whole collection's about.
Wow. And that's good. Yes. Like you said, forever
Yeah.
evolving. Forever.
Mhm.
It's a journey. And shout out to the ladies. And that's why it's good to have good people in your life,
Yes.
to help
Yes.
bring things out.
Mhm.
When you have your circle, you should know, like, should this person stay in my life, or because all seasons, just because they need to stay or end, it doesn't mean it was because of bad situation. And
Right.
great that you mentioned that, because I go to Rock City, Birmingham. Shout out to Rock City,
Mm.
Birmingham.
Yes.
Pastor Mike. And we've been talking. Pastor Darius just did a sermon, and we're not that close. And he talked about in Genesis how Abram and Lot, they not saying they were beefing, but it was like, you go left, I'll go right. You go
Right.
right, I go left. But sometimes some stuff, and now Lot was Abram's nephew, but it wasn't like, oh, I'm beefing with my uncle. It was just like,
Right.
this is a part of our life where we just need to depart. So saying
Right.
all of that to say, when you have good people in your life and people that God are like, they need to stay on this journey that you were saying, evolve from the journey, honey. So
Yeah.
when you have those people that actually needs to stay, it helps everything, and it helps you
Yeah.
get to the next part. So that's why we need good people in our life, and sometimes
Yeah.
we need to do a check. Come on now, let's
Mhm.
go ahead and do
Yes.
a checklist.
Yes.
Are they helping me? And then also, am I helping them? Because sometimes we
Right.
could be the hinder for somebody's life too. Come on now. We
Right.
can't
Right.
always say it's somebody, it's somebody. No, sometimes it's us. So one thing I do, like if I know someone, they're like, I'm going to be a doctor. I have a friend. This is a good example. She was like, I'm going to school to get my doctor's degree. Guess what I did? Put in my phone her name.
Mhm.
I put doctor in front. Every time I talk to her, hey doctor, hey doctor, hey doctor.
Nice.
Guess what? She just got her doctor's degree. We
Oh,
speaking
come
it. I'm that
on. Won't he
friend that's
do
gonna
it?
pump you up. You wanna be an astronaut?
Won't he
You about
do
to be
it?
an astronaut. We gonna call it. Come on, Miss NASA. We gonna
Yes.
I'm
You
gonna
better
pump
speak
you
life
up.
to that. Absolutely.
I'm gonna pump
Absolutely.
you up. So if you don't
Mhm.
tell me nothing, because if you tell me something, I'm like, okay, now what we
I'm gonna hold you
doing?
to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
hold
gonna
you
hold
to
you to
it.
it.
I'm gonna hold you
Yep.
to it. Yes, people
Yeah.
that I know that's. Oh, well, I'm like when we working on it. What you need me to do? How can I help
Yep.
you? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And when you're that type of person, it's kind of like sometimes it's good to have that person do that for you because I'm always the cheerleader. Like, let's go, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. We all need them, and
We
we all
all
have roles.
need them.
We
Yes.
all have roles, and just like you said, everybody that I shouted out, they have been in different seasons of my journey, right? They may no longer be walking with me alongside with me at this point in my journey or in this season, but they are always with me. And one connected me to another, and then connected me to another, and connected me to another. And that's just the beauty. That's the beauty of network. That's the beauty of building relationships. And it's just the beauty of the women that I've been able to join forces with. I will say this, though. I was very intentional about a prayer I
Come
made,
on.
and I want to say it was about 2019 or 2020. It was probably right before I launched the book Letters to My Father,
Uh
Seven
huh.
Steps to Healing from the Loss of My Parent, and that
Okay.
was in honor of my father. But I remember speaking, and I don't even know if this is exactly how I said it or I'm paraphrasing it at the moment, but I pray, Lord, bring people into my life that won't just take up space, but will bring value.
Yes.
And in that intentional prayer, my relationships absolutely aligned and matched with that mindset. That it was reciprocal. It was about, okay, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. You know, I may be strong for you today, but I may need you to be strong for me tomorrow. And that is the type of relationships that I'm building and that I have been building for the past 5+ years. And I've been blessed to do that. But I will say that intention and that prayer definitely set me on the right path.
Come on now. Now everybody be talking about. Let me get CC prayer. This is a good
Yep.
prayer. Go ahead. Repeat
Yep.
that. Go
Yep.
ahead,
I
Miss
said,
Renee.
absolutely. I said, please bring people into my life that don't just take up space, but bring value.
Come on now, bring value.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes. Come
Yeah.
on. Now, what we gonna do is because we always got to have people on part two. So how can
Yes.
we reach you?
Yes. Okay. So you want to say how, like, in terms of how you gotta
Yes,
call
yes,
me
yes.
back?
No, how can we reach you as far as the listeners? So can you got a YouTube, you got a Facebook, or
Yes. Okay.
okay,
Of course. So absolutely, I am Vernae Taylor. That's V like Victorious, ER, N like Nancy, AE Taylor on all social media platforms. If you Google me, you will see my Instagram come up, primarily Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And you will see my profile. My link tree is there. Linktree / Vernae Taylor, and all things Vernae can be found in that on the link tree. So I definitely want people follow me, get connected. Today, for all of Kay's listeners and supporters, you can go to bit.ly / LIP Lounge, Lit Lounge, and that's LIP for Life is Poetry Lounge. And you can tap into my free workshop and definitely take advantage of that for all the listeners and supporters.
perfect. And if you want to be a sponsor, you can always email me, Willis Positive Vibes Talk Show at gmail.com. And thank you for listening to the K Willis Positive Vibes Talk Show on 98.5 FM, WSAX, your Gold Chip Foundation station, streaming on 1580thepraise.com. Please like, share, and subscribe to the K Willis Positive Vibes podcast. Thank you for tuning in to the K Willis Positive Vibes podcast. Please order my book, The Principles of Overcoming Life's Obstacles, a 31-day journey to positive living, available on Amazon.com. Until next time, stay positive.